YouTube? Today I talk about throwing a 9-year-old down the stairs. I fucking hate that kid. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. And I'm thankful for food and the fact that I don't have a UTI anymore. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Bonjour, hello. How are you today? Welcome in, everybody. Hello, Tony from the YouTubes. Hello, Queso. Thank you for the 15 months. Hi, Twist. Thank you for the 42 months. Holy shit. That's a long time. That's a really long time. Hello, Joshua Gratz on first. Hello. Hello, Boogie Blevins. Hi, Twist. Hello, Thigden. Hello, Smokey. How you guys doing today? Are you guys good? It's so good to see you. Welcome to the pool. Welcome to the spawn. Not sure why that looks like that now. Why is it cut off? Hold up. Hold up. I can do this. Everything's wrong every time I come back. I should be used to it by now, but I never am. Hi, Vtuber Toe Sucker. Hi, Zen. Hi, Jade. Hi, Ika. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? How you guys? I think the water is turning radioactive with you in it. Do we want different water? Hold up. Do we like... Do we want different water, guys? Do you want to sip from the locks? What do you think? We got like this water. Hold on, do I have other waters? What's this? No, that's not water. Don't look at that. That's my bedroom. Hold up. Surely I have more water. One sec. I know I have some water. We got this water. Hold on. We got this one. That's pretty cool. This is pretty cool water. We got a mountain in the back. Just don't go back to the cauldron. No, hey! I got a good cauldron. We got this one where we're in the pool. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I'm just saying. Thank you for the hype train. Also, Zen and Jed, thank you for the resubs. I really appreciate it. I'm rusty again. Every time I miss like 2 weeks, I'm rusty. What's this one? Okay, this one's really small. We can be like constantly moving though if I like... Whoa, I'm going fast. Holy shit, guys, what do I do? The current is taking me away! Somebody help! Help! Oh god. Oh my god, I'm flying. Oh, this is awesome. Oh shit. Oh, oh shit. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Am I too for flying? I don't know. Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh god. I'm gonna keep with this one. How you guys doing tonight though? How you guys doing? Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? I forgot to tell you guys I was going away for Thanksgiving. And then I wanted to make an announcement and then I was like, you know what? Nothing like an announcement that tells people you're leaving, you know? One time when I had an FC a long time ago, there was this really pompous guy in it. And the FC is a free company on Final Fantasy 14. Oh my god, this background's crazy. A Final Fantasy, right? Uh-oh, I forgot to turn off my sponsor from last week. Oh god. Stream Elements. I'm a professional. Hold up. timers. There we go. I got it. I got it. Don't look at this. Don't look at anything like that. So basically, what was I saying? I'm buried in the sand now. I'm like that French girl that washes up on shore, is a mermaid, doesn't have a voice. Talk about FC. Okay, yeah, so there was this guy, and he was really pompous and really full of himself, and he lied about where he was going, and then was surprised when people, like, didn't message him, because he said he was going away to the, like, military bases for, like, boot camp for 3 months, but then he couldn't stay off the game because he was obsessed with Final Fantasy. He was, like, a compulsive liar. And he couldn't stay off the game, and so he added everyone in the, and, like, everybody was kind of fed up with him, and he couldn't stay off the game. I'm sorry, I just keep looking at the background. Holy shit, that sucks. And he couldn't stay off the game, and he added everyone in the Discord and was like, hey, I'm back. And everybody was like, what the fuck? So I was like, you know what? I'm already gone. They already don't expect me at this point. You know, they already don't expect me at this point. Really, thank you for the 27 months. Balvin calls for us all. It sure does. I've been really into World of Warcraft. Because housing just dropped in World of Warcraft. But you guys hate World of Warcraft, so I haven't streamed it. I know how you guys are. You guys all say, Ghosty, play what you want, and I'll show up. I'll be there. Not World of Warcraft. Anything else and you guys will be there. But World of Warcraft, you guys are like, fuck no. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14. Really? It's kind of fire though, not gonna lie. That's what I think, but you guys hate World of Warcraft when I stream it. Because I would be streaming 24/7. If you guys like this background is tripping me out. I gotta change it. One sec. We're going back to the beach. Hold on. Oh my god. There we go. We're back at the beach, okay? I stick around for World of Warcraft. I appreciate you. I love World of Warcraft. I would be playing all day, every day. I'd be streaming all the time if you guys liked WoW. That's what I do when I'm not streaming. I'm playing World of Warcraft. Or I'm at Thanksgiving with the family. Speaking of Thanksgiving, how is you guys' Thanksgiving? Do you participate in Thanksgiving? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you participate in Thanksgiving? I'm a big Thanksgiving sympathist. Kinda, nope. Yeah, I guess if you're not from the United States, you don't really do Thanksgiving unless you're Canadian, and then you do it in October like a weirdo. Does buying a pizza count? I mean, yeah, I guess. Mine was good. Only had to drive two of them this year. That's not too bad. My Thanksgiving always has 40 people in it. And it's wild every single year. Oh my gosh. So if you follow my Twitter and you saw my post, my family is notorious for giving me the shitty room in whatever situation we're in. And I mean like the shitty room in terms of the bed is broken. There's no curtains and the sun rises at 5 a.m. My mom is really particular on how things look in our house. So if it doesn't match the aesthetic, no matter how practical it is, she just won't do it. And the thing about the curtains in that room drive me crazy. And she also has this mattress topper on my old bed, like my childhood bed, that is from hell itself. It is... Hold up. I don't know why that just... What the... Why is this like... There we go. Okay. Sorry. But she has my old bedroom, which used to have curtains and a soft bed, and she has this mattress topper from hell on there. And I mean, this is like a Tempur-Pedic mattress topper, and she's like, it's great quality. No, it's not. It's as hard as a fucking brick, okay? It's as hard as a brick, and I'm sick of it. It's bricked up in a bad way, and I can't stand it, and it makes me so mad, and I'm just chilling there trying to sleep on this mattress topper from hell. And I told her last time, I said, if that mattress topper isn't removed, I will remove it. Like, I'll get rid of it. And she's like, don't worry, Sage, I got rid of it for you, don't worry. And one thing I always complain about is every time I visit my parents, there's never sheets on my bed. And I have divorced parents. And every time I visit my grandparents, there's never sheets on my bed. And this is like a reoccurring thing where there's never fucking sheets on my bed, okay? And it's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. The first, second, third, fourth time. But now I'm just feeling like, what the fuck? Because why is there never sheets on the bed that you know someone's gonna be staying with, right? My family is very courteous of people, so I don't know if it's just a practical joke on me. I'm starting to think it is. And my mom last time, because I was sick over Christmas last year, and my dad picked me up from the airport, sick as a dog, and I get there and there's no sheets on the bed. And I'm just trying to go to bed, okay? I'm just fucking trying to go to bed, and there's no damn sheets on the bed. Which is, you know, whatever. I'm not trying to sound entitled, but like, I feel like when you stay with somebody, there should be sheets on the bed. And I told my mom is like a very particular person, and she's like, oh yeah, that would never happen at my house. And this year at Thanksgiving, guess what? Guess what? I walk into the room, there's no curtains like she told me there'd be. There's the mattress topper from hell, and there's no sheets on the bed. There's no sheets on the bed. So yeah. I'm still not over it. Anyways, I feel like it would be better with pillows and a carpet, Boogie. I really do. I really do. Then I would at least know what to expect. Living, thank you for the 25 months. Hello, Novel. Hello, Bogman. Hello. Do you destroy the sheets? Did you lose sheets? No, I don't destroy the sheets, okay? I'm very particular, just like my mother. We sleep on the floor, but at least I would expect to sleep on the floor if that's what I think. But the problem is they tell me that they're gonna do something and they never do. And that's my big issue. Do you sit on cake? Yes. Ass to cake ratio. I pee the sheets. I burn them. You become what you surround yourself with, and this is what I surround myself with. Carpet feels nice. Here, have a drill. Thank you. Cube. Are you a ghost? Maybe they felt the sheets would be insensitive. They're my family. They shouldn't be insensitive. They should know. They should know. My one thing is sleep issues. And I crucified the fucking mattress topper, okay? Let me pull up the picture from Twitter in case you guys don't have Twitter. Follow my Twitter because it makes me feel good about myself and I kick my feet. Also, sorry about the Betsy Higginbottom's picture last night in front of the Twin Towers. I don't know what I was on about. I was a little drunky last night, and I just posted Sawi with like Bessie Higginbottoms. I don't know what I was on last night, and everybody's like, "Don't worry, Ghosty, you can come back." And I was like, "Oh, that was not about that. I don't know what that was about." I appreciate all like the kindness that's like, "Hey, don't worry that you've been gone for a while." Like I appreciate that shit, but that was not what that was about. Because truthfully, I don't know what I was on about. I really don't know. I was a little drunk and I was like, hey, hey, funny. I don't know. You saw it. Thank you for your service. You're welcome. Okay, so this is the mattress topper from hell. I fucking hate this shit. It kills me. Sleep with scuff, I'd be on too much caffeine. Same. But so I told my mom, I was like, if you don't get rid of that thing, I'm gonna get rid of it. And I was like, you know what's a perfect solution to the no curtains situation that my mom refuses to put up curtains? Crucifying the mattress topper. My mom's a big Jesus lover. I'm showing her by example. Yeah, that's her mattress topper. I just crucified it. I strung it up by its slutty little jock straps on the corner, if you see that. Fucking slut. I got it good. Strung it up there, slapped it a few good times. Yeah. Try messing with me again. Try messing with Big Daddy. Anyways, yeah. Bitch! Did you demean it? Of course I did. Mom said the curse is the devil. Mama doesn't get curtains because Mama is psycho about it. But yeah, I was staying in my old childhood bedroom with my 2 dogs and my twin bed. So I slept like a fucking ass, like a superhero ass. Awful. It was awful. But my Thanksgiving, love my family, but there's 40 people at Thanksgiving. And 20 of them, well, no, I shouldn't say 20. 10 of them are MAGA, and the other 10 are liberal extremists, okay? I know you can tell where I'm going with this. I love my family. Love them. But it's how it goes. Okay, I remember that mattress. Yeah, I crucified it. And hi, Yellows. Hello. Hold on. Let me... Okay. So like a good 10 of them, sorry, I had to check with permission with Yellows first because Yellows was a part of the Thanksgiving extravaganza. And wanted to make sure I'm about to slander my family here, so I wanted to make sure. Thank you. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't about to get in trouble because I didn't expect my family to show up to a 1:25 a.m. stream, but here I am. Anyways, Yellows is my cousin. Everybody say hi, Yellows. Hi, Yellows. I'm a very fast typer because I only use 4 fingers. 2 on each hand. I use the index in the middle. Faster than she speaks. I do. Yeah, everybody say hi. Let me give you VIP. You don't deserve it, but I'm doing it anyways. Okay, so I want to introduce you to the first culprit. 10 of the people in my family, we had 40 people there for Thanksgiving. 10 of them, MAGA Republicans. 10 of them, incredibly extremist liberals. And the other 20 don't give a fuck. So I want to introduce you to... And by the way, we're staying at the MAGA lovers' house, obviously, because the liberals don't make any money. I mean, let's just be real. So the first culprit is almost every picture during the family extravaganza was replaced, and this is the MAGA's grandson, who's like 10's school picture was replaced with an AI mixed version of Charlie Kirk and Jeffrey Epstein that we call either Jeffrey Kirk or Charlie Epstein. This is culprit number one, okay? The first thing I walk into on Thanksgiving is this, okay? Not to mention, I want to let you guys know that it doesn't matter if you were MAGA or if you were incredibly liberal at my family Thanksgiving. All of us were stemming the really awful "We Are Charlie Kirk." You know that song? Have you guys heard that song? Hold on. I don't do it justice. I don't do it justice. Let me pull it up real quick. Because there is a... Oh no. Is opera coming through? Oh no. I hope that's not coming through my speakers. Either way, I gotta show you the "We Are Charlie Kirk" song. And I promise you I won't get too liberal. I'm just giving you a rundown. I'm not too liberal. Too political. I'm just giving you a rundown of everything that happened, okay?
Was high.
Can you hear
He
this?
lived for Jesus.
Oh, it's so loud.
Unafraid to die.
Everyone was stemming this.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. His courage our own. Together unbroken, we'll make heaven known.
I don't care. I don't care what side you're on, guys. I really don't. I don't want to talk politics on my stream. But this song truly united every single person under that roof that day. Truly united all of us. We were all stemming that horrible song. And we all know it's horrible. I don't care what side you're on. That song is shit. So yeah, we were all stemming "We Are Charlie Kirk." We carry the flame. Yeah, so we did that. Both sides did. It was a beautiful moment, you know? It was a beautiful moment. Was it horrible? No. But yeah, step number one, every family photo was replaced with this morphed Charlie Epstein photo, which I don't really know why, because I don't really see any similarities between Charlie Kirk and Epstein. I don't really feel like they're comparable. Like, you can argue that Charlie Kirk was hateful. But like, Epstein was Satan. So I don't know. That's my personal opinion. We're not gonna talk about it, but like, what do, you know? I don't know what you do. I think it was the chin. Oh, is it because they looked alike? Is it like a physical? I honestly, like, if you asked me to pick out Epstein from like a lineup, I probably wouldn't be able to. TikTok where they replace photos with the pig. Yeah. Square action. Oh, gotcha. Anyways, Charlie's a piece of shit, but it is worth Epstein actually did. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, you know? Somebody talks the talk, and then there's the people that walk the walk of that situation, and I don't feel like they're comparable. But that's my opinion. So yeah, that was step number one. Step number two, there was like the one thing about my family is we're really good about keeping things tame, even when we don't agree. Like, there's never any like full-on fighting. Sometimes arguments can get a little heated. There's never any like fist thrown or anything like that. But we also have very differing opinion board. We have this Trump coochie board that was made by someone in my family. And then we have one of the liberal 10 making the Trump coochie board pick its nose with his orange phalange. So like this is kind of like all week there's been like passive aggressive kind of back and forth. I just want to see the banter. The banter's good. It's good, honestly. One of my favorite parts is my uncle. My favorite uncle. I love him to death. Him at his core is like incredibly conspiracy theorist. And I love that about him. It's just, oh no! Hina, thank you for the raid. You came in at me talking about my family's, oh god, yeah, this was a perfect time for raid. How was your stream, Hinabo Barker? Are you watching The Price is Right? That's my favorite show ever. I love Bob Barker. Okay, well, the charcuterie board. Yeah, the Trump coochie board. I'm talking about my Thanksgiving because I've been gone at Thanksgiving. And we have 10 really extreme liberals and 10 MAGA enthusiasts in our 40-person Thanksgiving. So I'm going over all the discourse. They turned me into a board. Oh no. Literally my family. Why do my Triscuits taste orange? Civil War. It's been, honestly, my family's really good. My family is really, really good at keeping things somewhat civil when they don't have to. But one of my favorite uncles, my favorite uncle, he is very pro-Trump and very conspiracy theorist lover, okay? Nina, thank you so much for the read. Let me get you a shout out. I don't know if I have Hina. Bina. Nah, you just, oh, you get a good one. Now you just cut cultists off. No. I don't like the moral superiority of cutting everyone off. I really don't like that stand. I don't agree with a lot of what my family does. And I don't like politics, truthfully. I really don't. Just because I don't feel like people can be normal. I think the algorithm has tricked people into thinking there's only one way, and people have lost a sense of nuance. And so nobody's fucking reasonable anymore. And I believe that to be on both sides. Now there are extremists. But my uncle is incredibly conspiracy theorist, kind of crazy. And I love when he talks, because he's also somebody that, like, if I say a joke, he's gonna laugh the hardest, and that's my favorite audience, right? That's my favorite audience, is the people that are gonna laugh at my jokes. I'm a jester, okay? I need people to laugh at me, otherwise I just fail, right? But he's like, QAnon, flat earth, the moon landing doesn't exist, which I believe that one. I don't think the moon landing happened, but I did a whole PowerPoint on that one time. And like, he's all of that. And I was like, wow, that's crazy, right? Crazy. And one time I thought we were just like playing off each other, and we were being like pranksters, you know, we were just going off, and we just kept saying crazier and crazier shit, right? And I was like, oh yeah, I just can't believe people think that birds are real. And I just kept going and going, and I'm like laughing, and my aunt is looking at me with daggers in her eyes. She's like staring at me, and she's like, and I was like, what? Like, what's wrong? And then Yellows, who's in chat, he was like, no, dude, Dad actually believes that stuff. And I was like, what? What? Oh no, my uncle's gone looting. Oh no, oh no. Anyways, loved that moment, but I started to like play it a little more tame after that, because my aunt told me later that he went on for days about how he thought my opinions were so great. But then my aunt Oh my god. Okay, so the political thing goes on all weekend. All weekend. All weekend the political thing goes on. And it's whatever. It's whatever. I'm ignoring it. I'm drinking my Mike's Harder lemonade. I'm a little buzzed because you gotta be. And I'm just having fun, you know, hanging out with the kids, enjoying ourselves. Oh my god, I'll tell you that in a minute. No, I'll tell you that now. No, I'll tell you that in a minute. So speaking of the kids, we went to go see Zootopia 2 in theaters, which was cute. It was a cute thing. But on our way back, like, one of my other aunts was like, hey, Sage, and she's my funny aunt. She's really hilarious, and her dad likes cheap prostitutes and made that known at Thanksgiving, which was wild. Because he's like 80, and that was, yeah. Anyways, so I'm like stuck in the car. Thanks for bringing back the pop. You're welcome. You're welcome. I don't like cold popcorn. I can't do that. So I was driving home with my other uncle and aunt, and my aunt turns around and she's like, Sage, I gotta ask you, why do you love JD Vance? And I'm like, excuse me? What? What are you talking about? JD Vance? Where did you hear this? Like, out of all the people I could die hard for, JD Vance? Out of every single fucker out there, JD Vance? And I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, Sage, your aunt, which is Yellow's mom, has been telling us for years that you love JD Vance. She's always like, you know who really loves JD Vance? Sage. She loves, and my aunt's really conservative, so she was all about this. She's like, she just loves JD Vance. And I'm like, I'm trying to think in my head, where the fuck did she get that? Because I'm indifferent. But like, I don't know what the hell my mom, I don't know what she's on, because I was like, JD Vance? What are you talking about? What are you talking? So I'm racking my brain, and I'm trying to think of every interaction I've ever had with my aunt that has been political, because I avoid politics with them as hard as I fucking can. And I was like, JD Vance, like, what have I ever said about JD Vance? Like, I don't know very much about JD Vance at all. And I was like, how long has she been telling you this? And she's like, since right before the election. And then a fucking light bulb goes off where my aunt was asking me who I was gonna vote for. And I remember saying, I wish it was between, because it was still Biden versus Trump at the time. And I said, I wish it was between Kamala and JD Vance, because I respect both of them more. And my aunt took that one phrase and ran with it. She took that and she was like, I have the golden ticket. I have a golden twinkle in my eye. And she started telling everyone. She told her small group. And so we have somebody who's really close to us. I grew up with her. She's an amazing person. And she asked me the same thing later that week. She's like, I just gotta know. Why JD Vance? And I was like, oh my God. Because I haven't really been to Thanksgiving in a few years. I was in a relationship and he just wasn't into my family at all, which was really sad. But like, I haven't been to Thanksgiving in a few years, and just knowing that my aunt has indoctrinated all my family that I'm like this die-hard JD Vance fan, I was just shook. I was shook. I don't know how to even incorporate that into my life. I was just like, what? What? Because I had multiple people ask me, what is it about JD Vance? And I was like, I don't know. So I've decided that next year. I decided that next year I'm going to get a JD Vance t-shirt. And anytime politics is brought up, I'm going to be like, you know who wouldn't be for that law? JD Vance. I'm just going to be so into the bit. Anytime somebody mentions Trump or Biden or liberalism or republicanism, I'm just gonna be like, you know who wouldn't do that? You know who wouldn't kill children? My boy JD Vance. That's who. So yeah, I think I'm gonna lean into it. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Now that everybody thinks that I am just Monica Lewinsky, JD Vance, I guess I gotta. I guess I gotta, you know? Holy shit. Everybody thinks so. Gotta shave your head as well now. I mean, anything for JD Vance. Get the chubby face JD Vance one. Keep them guessing. I'm just saying. And I'm over here. I'm laying in my bed that has the crucified. Hold on. Giving you the visual. I'm laying in my bed that's got the crucified mattress topper from hell. And I'm thinking about JD Vance. And I'm thinking about everything I know about JD Vance. And I was like, you know, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about JD Vance. I don't know shit about JD Vance. There would be world peace if there was more people like JD Vance. JD Vance, just until I die, I'm gonna be an old lady. I'm gonna finally be the matriarch of my family one day. And I'm still gonna be wearing that fucking JD Vance for 2028 t-shirt I'm gonna make. Do you at least know the sofa story? The sofa story? No, I don't know anything about JD Vance. I really stay away from politics. Mostly because anytime I do any sort of research on politics, I just get put on the algorithm of whatever side I'm looking up. And that shit's infuriating to me. I hate the far left, I hate the far right, I hate them both. I think extremists are cringe no matter what you are. I just do. If you can't be friends with somebody because they have a different opinion of you, you're an idiot. And if your opinion is that people should be oppressed, you're an idiot. I don't know. People have lost nuance and they have put morality on such a high fucking pedestal where no one can make any mistakes anymore. And that shit's just cringe. You're not perfect. Get off your pedestal. I don't give a shit about you and I don't ever want to. Like, I'm sorry. If all you can do is talk about politics, I fucking kind of hate you. I don't know. You're just kind of cringe. And that's coming from cringy girl me myself. You know, I'm a VTuber and I'm in an inner tube. I make balloon animals and apparently I love JD Vance. So people have lost common sense. It's awful. People acting so stupid. They need to go touch grass. This entire year for me has been hell. Top to bottom. He had sexual relations with a couch. I mean, who hasn't? Who hasn't? Love my boy JD. Two people have made a huge part of their personality recently. I will say this about anything. If you make something your entire personality, you are a boring, boring person. You can't make something your entire personality. You cannot make your political stance, your sexual orientation, you cannot make anything your whole personality. You have to be a well-rounded, interesting person. And if the most interesting thing about you is that you're a Trump supporter, you're a fucking weirdo. If the most interesting thing about you is your pronouns, you're a weirdo. Like, get a hobby. Holy shit, get a fucking hobby, for the love of God. It's not hard. Pick up knitting, crocheting, go talk to somebody. Here's a tip, guys. If you have trouble looking at somebody in the eyes when you talk to them, talk to more people. Go out and talk to people. Be fucking annoying. Be fucking annoying. Go talk to people. You have to get over that. That is a COVID thing and a true anxiety thing. And if you have true inner anxiety, this will still help you. I don't care if it's hard for you. You have to keep doing it. Being social is so important. Family is so important. Friendships are so important. And not everybody's lucky enough to have that core family and those core friendships, but you gotta go out and find them. You know, family can be all sorts of people. It doesn't have to be blood. You have to go out and find some real people to connect with. If it makes you uncomfortable, that's a good thing. Being uncomfortable means you're growing as a person. It means you are doing something right. Change is uncomfortable. Discomfort is human. And also, if you think to yourself, I don't owe anybody anything, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. If you owe people your time, you owe people being a good friend, you owe people these things. These things are important. Human relations is important. It is very incredibly important that you have those. And people are missing the black, you know, they're black and white. Well, gray is way more everywhere. It's way more abundant. You know, go talk to normal people. Algorithm is so dangerous. The internet is so dangerous. And it's awful. You know, it's just awful. Because you get put on these algorithms and then they niche you down until all you're thinking about is freaking anime porn. What? Don't ban him. That's a general question. No. That's a general question. What is your favorite sofa to have sex with? It's gotta be a love seat. Love is in the name. Love is in the name. Right? If you were to have sex with any sofa, it's gotta be a love seat. Are you from the 60s, girl? If I was from the 60s, I would be... Oh, God, math. Oh, fuck. 25 minus 25 minus 60... 100 minus 60 is 40. 40 plus 25 is... I'd be 65 years old. J.D. Vance sofa. Imagine a Herman Miller. What's wrong with a love seat? Love seats are cute. It would probably have to be a love seat or a lazy boy. What did I just enter? I'm sorry, True Fire. Welcome in. Sigma. God. So also another thing about Thanksgiving, moving off of that topic of JD Vance loving love sofas. I was talking about the children. Now I got candy for the kids because I love kids. I think they're great. I think they're funny. And I like most of the kids at Thanksgiving because all of my cousins have been breeding and they have children now and they're little versions of them. And while it's cute, it's also disturbing in their own ways. And some of them got a little bit of snot that dribbles from their nose to their upper lip. But, you know, it is what it is. And I buy candy for the kids every year because I like to be cool like that, right? I'm kind of cool like that, right? Anyways, all week I was dealing with the putz. And here's the thing about the putz, okay? He's a 9-year-old boy who thinks he's really cool, right? And this entire weekend, he's telling me I look old, that I'm old. Guys, I'm in my mid-20s. I'm in my mid-20s. I do not look old. And he was like, you look 40. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, little boy? And I told him, I was like, don't test me or I'll throw you down the stairs. And he's like, no, you won't. No, you won't throw me down the stairs. And I was like, yes, I will. I'll throw you down. Ask Benjamin over there, who's one of my little cousins, how many times he got thrown down the stairs when we were younger. A lot. Okay? We put him in a box. We shoved him down the stairs. Okay? Ben was about 6-7 years younger than the rest of us. So yeah, he got the brunt of the shit. Do I feel sorry about it? No. I think that's character development, right? And he's like, you won't throw me down the stairs. And I was like, you want to fucking bet? So I pick him up, right? Because he's fucking 9, right? 9-year-olds are like 45, 50 pounds. Like, I don't give a fuck. He was being such a putz. And I fucking hate that kid, okay? He's my cousin's kid, whatever. And I told him, I was just like, so the first day I brought candy, he was just like, they all came up and they got candy. Even though I didn't care much for this kid, I was like, you can have a piece too, because I'm the cool person. I'm the cool Auntie Sage, right? And everybody said thank you but him, which I was like, hey, say thank you. And he's like, no. And he ran off and I was like, fucking putz. You're putz. You're fucking putz. And so I told my cousin, I was like, hey dude, just so you know, your kid doesn't start acting right, I'm gonna throw him down the stairs, right? And he just laughed it off, right? My cousin just laughed it off. Whatever. If you're gonna test me, we're gonna test this thing, okay? Let's test if these stairs still work. I don't care. You think I haven't pushed a kid down the stairs? He's not the first kid, and he won't be the last. I have no problem. And so the next day, this little putz comes up to me again, and I'm watching the hot tub because the kids want to get in the hot tub, whatever, you know. I was a lifeguard. So naturally, my aunt is like, hey, will you watch the hot tub? And I was like, I guess I'll watch the hot tub, you know, with the kids in it. And I told them, I was like, you splash me, I'll drown you, right? And they're like, you can't drown anyone, you're a lifeguard. And I was like, guys, I was a lifeguard for 6 years from age like 14 to 20. I'm not a lifeguard anymore. Well, I feel like once you get to 20, you gotta quit the lifeguard stuff, right? Not only that, but your certification runs out. And I was like, I don't have to. Yeah, you trained for it and never used it. And so, and also these kids, I love them to death. They got those white people horrible names. You know? They got the L-E-I-G-H shit going on, you know, the trendy. We got like Axel and Everly and shit like, oh god. Which, whatever. It's not my kid. I didn't name them. Sorry to all the Axels and Everlys out there. My bad. My bad. Sorry to my cousins who may watch this. My bad. Beverly over there. No, Everly. But just, you know, really, really millennial names. And so I'm watching them and I was just like, okay, listen, Axel, fucking dumbass shit, you know, whatever. I was like, yeah, don't test me, I'll drown you, right? If you splash me, I'll drown you. And so he kept, Axel's a Pokemon, sure is. Great job with that one. But anyways, all of their names are something I couldn't even tell you how to spell. It's crazy. I think we got one that doesn't have a millennial name. Yeah, let's never say shit to anybody in our family about this, okay? Never say shit about it. Okay. So anyways, I'm watching these kids and I'm in the hot tub. Well, I'm not in it. I'm watching it outside. It is cold as balls outside. And I'm not getting in my bathing suit because it's literally 20 degrees and I'm not going in the hot tub. I don't care. But I'm watching these kids and I'm wearing like, you know, leggings and boots and stuff because it's cold as fuck outside. And he starts splashing me. And I said, dude, if you don't stop splashing me, I will drown you. And he's like, no, you won't. You can't drown me. You're not allowed to. And I was like, what do you mean I'm not allowed to? I can do whatever I want. I'm bigger than you. That's how this works. You should fear me to some extent. I'm the adult here. And he's like, no, you're the adult. You have to keep me safe. And I was like, little man, what do you mean I have to keep you safe? What are you talking about? Teaching him I am teaching him life lessons. Because what the fuck do you mean? I have to keep you safe. I should keep you safe. I don't have to. You should have some healthy amount of fear. Some healthy amount of fear. Because this I'm on cloud 9, nothing's ever gonna hurt me attitude, in my opinion, is dangerous. And so I take his head and I dunk him underwater for about 10 seconds, and his sister's screaming, and I'm just like, there's a taste of it, huh? So I told him, I said, watch out. Next time it will be longer. And guess what? Didn't splash me again. Okay? It's a consequence. That's the consequence of your own actions, of being a fucking dick, kid, okay? Because he got me all wet. He got me all wet. I was fucking wet and I was unhappy about it, right? So yeah, his head got held under an 104 degree wet temperature for 10 seconds. He didn't die, it's fine. So he gets out, snot running down his nose, he's crying. He's crying, and he goes to tattle on me to my cousin. And my cousin goes, well, why'd you do that? Like, why didn't you listen to her? And I have this, my mom does this really annoying side smile where she's like, whenever she's right about something. And so I looked over at him and I did this really annoying fake smile. Peak. Mom, thank you for the prime. It's dangerous to baby kids too much because they'll grow up punks because they're not afraid. Yeah, exactly. And I think about this and I'm like, you must be hell for your teachers. So I'm gonna do them a little favor. Since my cousin isn't willing to teach them how you act with respect towards people, I'm going to give his teachers a little lesson. So the next day I come with candy because every day of Thanksgiving I come with candy and I shower it upon the young children because I love kids. Can't you guys tell I love kids from this? So, and every day that I'm bringing candy, I brought like friendship bracelet making sets the first day, and the second day I brought like trucks and car candy, and the third day I brought laser pointer candy, right? So the second day I started handing out, no, it was the second day I brought laser pointer. I started handing out the laser pointer candy, right? I give one to the kid, the 3-year-old, and I said, hey, buddy, you gotta promise me, you gotta pinky promise me you won't flash this in anyone's eyes. And he pinky promised me, which he takes very seriously. He's the cutest one of all. I love him a lot. And then, you know, I made them all promise, hey, you can't flash these lasers in people's eyes. And they all promised, and they were good kids. And then this fucker comes up, this 9-year-old fucker comes up to me, this putz, and he holds out his hand. And I said, can I help you? He comes up here and he holds out his fucking hand at me. Yeah, those flashlights were for me. He holds out his hand and doesn't look at me. I said, can I help you? And he's like, you're an adult, you have to be fair. We're really gonna do these lessons back to back like this? fucking works. I don't have to be fair. I'm an adult. I have to be fair? No. I buy this candy with my own money. I can give it to whoever I want. And I choose out of the kindness of my heart to bring candy to all of the little children at Thanksgiving. And you hold out your hand to me when yesterday I had to drown you for 10 seconds. And also you didn't even say thank you yesterday. And I said, and I looked at him, I go, you want to try that again? And he's like, you have to be fair. And I said, no, I don't. And I said, do you think it's fair to me that you come up here after disrespecting me all day yesterday and you demand candy from me? Do you think that's fair? And so he goes to his dad to tell on me. To tell on me. Ask him what the definition of fair and then just gaslight. No, I don't think it's fair. I don't think that's fair at all. I don't think it's fair. So he goes to tell on me. And then I can't dox my entire family. Anyways, my cousin is just like, well, I'm not, my cousin and his great parenting says, well, I'm not her mom, I can't discipline her. Instead of explaining what being fair means and not being a dick and maybe you should ask nicely, he says, I'm not her parent, so I can't discipline her. Oh, it's fucking on. It's fucking on. It's fucking on at that point, this fucker. So guess what the little putz does? The little putz decides. He decides he's gonna go tell on me to my mom at Thanksgiving. Because my mom's there. So he goes up, this little putz goes over to my mom, and he's like, Sage isn't being fair. Now, I know I haven't told very many stories about my mom on here, but if you think I'm being mean, I am just the small spawn of my mother. I one day hoped, my mom once told me she had a problem understanding empathy. Those are words that came from her mouth. I love my mom with all of my heart. She's a very kind person, even though she struggles with empathy. But she was, you know, a girl's first bully is her mom. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. Anytime I had a lesson to learn, my mom was there to ensure it. Ooh, so when he went to go find, he came up and he's like, which one's your mom? And of course, you know, I'm grinning ear to ear at this point. I'm like, okay. And so I say, she's that one over there. She's that one. Plating the mashed potatoes over there. Yeah, your mama great, but holy shit, she's mean. She is mean! My mom loves to be mean. She loves to be mean. You think I'm mean? Oh my god. You putz. So he goes over to her. And he says, Sage's mom, Sage isn't being fair to me. And I don't see the whole thing. He's pointing to me. He's looking at her. I can't hear them because there's 40 people at Thanksgiving and I'm just like watching everyone go by. But I'm still smiling at this point because ain't no way is my mom gonna tolerate a brat. There's no way she's gonna tolerate a brat. And I just see her like open jaw laughing. Her jaw has unhinged. Her head is faced up towards the good Lord himself. And she laughs so hard. And then she says, she's in her mid-20s. I can't parent her anymore. But you do your best not to piss her off. Because she is my daughter, and I have thrown many a children down the stairs myself. And I'm telling you, all the color from his face left. And so he goes to his mom, who's there, and his mom just says, you cannot his mom is a good mom. Hasn't been bothered this whole time because she's been letting his shitty father handle all the discipline, which he's not very good at. And she goes, well, why are you disrespecting an adult? You don't get if you're being disrespectful. Like, you can't do that. You need to apologize to her. And so, about 20 minutes goes by. I'm still sitting in this chair. I have to pee. I'm holding my pee so bad because there's 40 fucking people in the house and every bathroom is taken for hours. Anyways. Anyways, so he eventually comes up to me and he's like, I'm sorry. And I said, dude, you're 9 years old and you're being a fucking putz. And then he goes to turn around and he tells his dad on me for cursing in front of a kid. He's like, she used the cuss word. She used the cuss word. She used the cuss word. And then he goes to my mom, and the one thing my mom won't tolerate is cursing. The one thing she won't tolerate is cursing, but I have a foul mouth like a sailor. My mom doesn't like cursing. And so she comes over there, and she's like, Sage, you should not be cursing in front of the children. Jesus is white. And I'm like, oh, God, because that's the part I messed up. And then I'm just sitting there, and I'm fucking got my ass, dude. Got my ass so Anyways, he got my ass. And I pushed that fucker down the stairs. Needless to say, we're in the same room. We're in the corner of the living room. I'm faced towards the right in the corner. And he's faced towards the left in the corner. So after our timeout that I had to participate in my mid-20s, he comes up to me and he's like, do you have something you'd like to say to me? And I go, I'd do it again. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. And I said, you can do what you want, but until you're bigger than me and can throw me down the stairs, you better watch your back. In the entire time, the rest of Thanksgiving, anytime I'd walk in the room, he'd leave it. He'd run away. I struck fear into his heart. And yeah. That's how that went. I fucking can't stare at that kid! I hate you! It's fucking putz! Does it erase the fact you lost a 9-year-old? Did I? I threw him down the stairs in the end. Is that losing? I think we both lost. Jill's Ghosty family sounds great. My family is wonderful. They're a lot, but they're wonderful. That's 1 out of 9 stories I have. Push kid off tricycle, acquired tricycle. The 9-year-old didn't win. No, you don't win if you get thrown down the stairs. Now when you say throw, are you yeeting a child down the staircase? No. I waited for him to get close to the staircase and I pushed. It's fine. They're carpeted. They're carpeted. He's either fine or he's not. Most of my family has autism or some variant of it. He's just joining the club. I mean, in my aunt and uncle's eyes, it's almost like giving him a vaccine. To pee. I gotta pee so bad. Okay, I gotta pee. I'm gonna let you guys play the claw game while I pee. One sec.